This is our chapter number 5, and basically the chapter number 5 is based on employee testing and selection. The employee testing and selection is the most important component of HRM because without testing and without selecting someone, you cannot basically provide a right person to your organization. So the first question has been arise that why careful selection is important, why we should careful regarding selecting someone. Once you have pool of applicants, the next step is to select the best candidates. Selecting the right employee is important for three main reasons. There are three major reasons. You have so many candidates and you have pool of applicants. Now, what you have to do, you have to consider the best one. If you had get the wrong one, what they had done, they will be a disaster for your organization. So you should be careful while doing selection as an HR manager. Why? Because of three reasons. Your organizational performance could be affected. Your cost of recruiting and hiring will be high. And might be you have to face the legal obligations and the liabilities. You have to fulfill them. So it is a legal obligation. It's a liability for you to hire the people who is right person for your organization. So number one thing is the organizational performance. Your own performance always depends on your subordinate. Employees with right skill will do a better job for you and the company. Ultimately, the firm will suffer. The time to screen out the undesirable is before they are in the door, not after. So the thing is that KG performance is very much important, and if your subordinate performance is not appropriate, ultimately you have to suffer. As an organization, the whole organization will suffer because that person is not working well, is not working appropriately. The firm, so you have to screen out the person and you have to knock it down before he or she enters in your organization. एज कंपेयर कि जी आप उसको बुला के बिठा के उसको आप गुड बाय कहें, इट विल डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू और माइट बी कि जी वो आपकी परफॉर्मेंस को बहुत ज्यादा अफेक्ट ही कर दे. Second one thing is that कि जी you must be careful. Your cost, very important thing. It is costly to hire or recruit employees. Hiring or training even a clerk can cost $5,000 or more, like ad search fees, interview time, reference checking, travel and moving expense. Like in international circumstances, what they had done, they are basically pay you to give the interview in their organization, so they have to bear the cost for it. They said you are going to giving the training to the employees in the starting months, so that training costs you a lot, you are giving them so many things, you are basically giving the time. The most important cost of any organization is the time they are investing in the employees. So their time is very much precious. They can invest it in any other place or on any other employee. So you should be careful while hire someone or while recruit someone. Like you are going to giving the ad. So one ad cost you very much high. Your time, you are going to interviewing someone. The background investigation. So many organization is doing the reference checking, and they are sending their employees to the locations where they are basically residing. So it's a basically high cost procedure. So you have to cut it down and you have to hire a right person. Third one is the legal obligations and the liabilities. Very important thing. Two obligations. First, equal employment laws require non-discriminatory selection procedures. Secondly, court will find the employees liable when employees with criminal record and other problem use access to customer whom commit crimes. Hiring workers with questionable backgrounds without proper safeguard, some point must be considered. Rejecting applicants who make false statements. So the important thing is that कि जी आपने क्या करना है, लीगल ऑब्लिगेशंस को भी चेक करना है. देखिए हम हमेशा बात करते हैं इक्वल एम्प्लॉयमेंट लॉज. means you can't discriminate someone. So someone can sue you if you had done that discrimination. Secondly, find the employees liable, like if you are hired someone with a criminal background, you had not vet his background basically. So what has been done? The court will sue you as an employee because while recruiting someone, you did not make pay attention towards their background. So you must be careful while hiring someone that the person would not indulge in any kind of crime previously, their background is not questionable. You should be very much, you can say that you should pay attention towards such things. So some points are very much, you can say, important in perspective of it. Number one thing, actually rejecting applicants who makes false statements, just straight away reject those applications. Someone make a false statement like their permanent address is not appropriate, or their might be their residential address, their telephone numbers are not appropriate. So reject those applicants straight away. No need to do the further things on it. Taking immediate disciplinary action if problem arise. Very important thing. Whenever any kind of problem arise, take a disciplinary action against it, penalize them. Because if you are not going to take any action, they will repeat it again and again, and it will be a disaster for your organization. Balancing the applicant privacy right with the you cannot leak the information of any employee with any other person, like their telephone number, their permanent addresses, or so and so. Why? Because that is very much confidential things, and people are not that much interested that their personal information should be discussed with someone. So if you are leaking the information, you have you are HR managers and you have the data of each and every employee. So if you are going to leak such kind of applicant privacy thing, private things, so it should be also you should be take action against such things. Now, this was a topic regarding your selection must be careful. Now, the next topic is basic testing concept. Testing, the most important thing, how you are going to test someone. Because to test someone, you have to assume the device is both reliable and valid. What kind of device is basically used by you? Whether you are using the questionnaire, whether you are using a hundred, you are using a interview questions, whether you are basically taking some kind of movement test, IQ test, or you are taking a psychological test, whatever basically you are using, it must be reliable and valid. You have to check out the reliability and validity of your device. So, first of all, what is reliability? Reliability means consistent. Whenever you are basically testing that device on any place, the results are same. Whether you are check it in Pakistan, whether you are going to check it in India, in Afghanistan, the test remains the same. The outcome remains the same. The feedback remains the same. So it means that your device is reliable. Second one is validity. Validity means whatever you want to check, basically the things are going to be checked the same thing. The crux has been evaluated. Like I want to evaluate the IQ level. So what kind of device is basically used by you? It should be checked the IQ level of that person. So that is known as the validity. So the test validity means the accuracy with which a test interview and so on measures what it purports to measure or fulfills the function it was designed to fill. Does this test measure what is supposed to measure? There are two main ways to demonstrate a test validity. So the test validity is the same thing as it's just like a validity, and the accuracy with which a test interview and so on measures what it purports to measure. What you are basically wants to measure, the device should measure all the things. You have two major types of validity. Number one is the criterion and the other one is the content validity. Criterion validity, like you are going to set a criteria. Like I had set a criteria, like if you are getting the 40 marks or 50 marks in the paper, you consider it as a pass candidate. So it's a criterion. Like if someone like we are going to like GAT scores and GAT journal जो आपका MPhil के लिए consider होता है, they did not include any kind of questions which are related to the MPhil field. But what has been done, they had made a criteria like if people are basically giving that journal test and they had qualified it with 50 score, it means that they can basically perform well in the MPhil. So content validity, the very important thing. A need that is content valid is one that contains a fair sample of the task and skill actually needed for the job. Content means whatever you want, like you are taking the psychological test or survey or questionnaire that must be related to the field, that must be related to the vacant position being offered by the organization. Like I would like to take the test of HR executive. So my question must be what is job description, what is job specification, how you can forecast. It must be related to that job. It must be related to it. It is not a journal test. It means that the content is valid. Now the next thing is that was the basically the testing concept. Now what kind of basically the test has been taken in the organization? There are four major type of tests. Number one, the cognitive abilities. Cognition means the thinking abilities, your mental abilities. There are two major types of mental abilities has been tested in any organization. Number one is the intelligence test, and the second one is specific cognitive test. Intelligence test means range of abilities like memory, vocabulary, verbal fluency, and numerical abilities. How much strong memory you have, what kind of vocabulary, your verbal fluency, how much fluent you are, numerical abilities are appropriate or not. This is all about your IQ test, and that is very much important. So many organizations are basically taking such kind of test to check the intelligence of a person. The second one is specific cognitive test. Basically, it is done by for the creative type of jobs, like to check the specific creative ability of any person, like a designer and engineer. And you have to give them the chance to make some kind of designs, to make some kind of things for you, so that you can check their creativity as well. Now, the second one is the motor. Motor means the movement and physical abilities. Very important thing here, you can easily check and measure the speed and accuracy of simple judgment as well as the speed of finger, head and arm movement, physical abilities, lifting weight, jumping ropes. Here, what you have to do, you have to check the physical abilities of someone, like if the person is strong or not. Like I am going to hire like in the army when they are going to hire the lieutenants for the organization. So what here they have do, they are basically going to evaluate the physical abilities of a person. So now the third one type is the personality and interest. Personality is the most important thing, that what kind of interest that person have. If you want to check and evaluate the personality, so you have to done such kind of test. And for personality test, you can check the Big Five model. Big Five model, there are so many questions. The questionnaire basically floated by you, and after getting the results, what has been done, the specific type of personality has been concluded by of that person, and it shows that this person has that type of personality, and through which you can easily judge that this person is appropriate for the organization or not. So the Big Five personality model have five major components: extroversion, consciousness, agreeableness, openness to experience, emotional stability. Extroversion, like personality type, some people are extrovert and some people are introvert. Extrovert, they are social, they are very much assertive, and introvert, they are very much, they are basically bottle up their feelings. Now the consciousness, people, achievement and dependability, people are always basically very much conscious about their achievement, about the achievement of the organization. On the other hand, they're not conscious about the achievement. They always depend on the other people, and they always giving credit to the other people about their achievements. Agreeableness, some people are very much trustworthy, they are very much caring, they are very much gentle, and they are agree easily. On the other hand, they could not agree on the same things, and they have always and mostly using the against claims. Fourth one is openness to experience. Some people are very much interested to welcome the new things, to welcome the creative things. And on the other hand, some people are not that much creative and they are always used to indulge in those activities which are happen on daily basis. Emotional stability. What type of emotional stability you have? Because unstable employees are not that much effective. Because if people are emotional stable, they could face the biggest hurdles or biggest obstacles in the organization. Their anxiety level is very much controlled and they don't feel insecure. They feel always secure. So we can also consider them bond satisfied people. Now the last one is achievement test. Achievement test is a simple test. What has been learned previously, you are basically evaluating that knowledge. Like in the case, like we are getting the test from the students, we are basically giving them the notes, slides. So from those notes, you are evaluating that KG whether they know about it or not, and now they have some kind of command on that subject or not. So this is called the achievement test. Like if I am basically teaching the economic subject or marketing subject, so what I have to do, I have to see that what basically achieving by the students. So same in the case of the organization, they are giving you a specific field, they are basically going to hire a marketing manager. So they are asking the question relating to the marketing. Now the next one is background investigation and reference checking. In the starting, when I had started the lecture, I tell you about KG, background investigation is very much important. And if you are not investigating someone's background, what has been done might be you are hire a criminal background person, and whenever they are repeating that any kind of crime in your organization, the court will sue you. Most employers try to check and verify the job applicant background information in one survey of about 700 HR managers. So they are basically going to survey managers. And they said, we are going to 87 said we are doing the reference checking because the reference means the reference given by you on the CV or on the application forwarded by you in the organization. They're always demanding 2 or 3 references and you should evaluate them. 69% conduct background employment, very important thing. Like 69% people are basically conducting background employment, whether where you had done a job, whether you are up to the mark, and what kind of performance you have. 61% check employee criminal record, like they are going to verify your record from any near police station. And 56% check employee driving records. Driving records are also very much important. If the person have too much, you can say, if you बहुत ज़्यादा they are paying the challan, so might be they are mentally disturbed in driving. So how he can work effectively in the organization. Now, what kind of sources required to get any kind of information regarding the employee? There are so many sources through which we can get the required information. Number one, the former employer. Verify applicant former position, where former means the previous organization. In the previous organization, what she or he had done, you can easily verify it. You can basically visit the organization personally before hiring someone. Current supervisor try to discover more about personality to work with others. First 3 months are basically the person is hired on the probation period. You can dismiss his duties or you can terminate him or her. और फिर क्या है कि जी जो सुपरवाइजर जिसके साथ आप काम कर रहे हैं, सो 3 मंथ्स है आपके पास प्रोबेशन, सो यू नो इट वेरी वेल कि जी इस बंदे की अगर एबिलिटी चेक करनी है तो आप इस चीज को भी वेरीफाई कर सकते हैं कि सुपरवाइजर से आप जाके कंफर्म कर सकते हैं उसकी परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में. Now the next thing is commercial credit rating company. There are so many companies, the banking sector, so many things जो आपको बताते हैं कि what type of lifestyle he have, कितने credit cards उसने लिए हैं, what kind of standing, financial standing क्या है इस बंदे की. उससे भी हमें बहुत अच्छी तरह से we can assume that कि जी the person uh, what kind of standards he have and whether he is paying his bills appropriately or in time or not. Next one is written references, shows a form used for phone references and written references like कि जी आपने जो written references written references basically you had demanded from the candidate, you should confirm that these references are appropriate or not, whether they are authentic or not. So the references could also provide the genuine information about the candidate. Now the last one is the social networking sites. Very important. We all are basically now indulging ourselves in so many media things social so each and every person have an accounts on the different sites, so their likes and dislike tells you about the personal interest. If you have a criminal mindset, so you mostly see that their posts are mostly having a criminal backgrounds. So through this you can easily evaluate the interest of someone. Now the limitation, whenever you are going to investigate the background and you are going to check out the references, the important thing is that there are some kind of limitations too. Number one limitation is legal issues deformation, federal laws that affect references, including the Privacy Act of 1947, sometimes defaming the employee. You cannot defame someone and you are basically going to evaluate the background and now you are basically going to start blackmailing the person that I had got all the information regarding you and give me money. So this is a legal issue. So if you are going to defame the someone, you are starting there basically spreading the personal information of that employee. So it is ineffective and you can be sued by that employee against it. Legal issues amounting to an intentional infliction of emotional distress. You cannot basically incline someone towards the emotional distress. It's also it's a crime. Like if the private information of someone has been leaked out by you, so you are basically indulging someone in the emotional trauma. So what has been done? The organization or any other or their family members could basically file a case against you. Supervisor reluctance. Many supervisors don't want to damage a former employee chance for a job, sometimes give good review of incompetent employee. That is a bad thing. Sometimes what has been done, like might be he is in empathy or sympathy, giving a good report about the employee, but the person is not competent or might be has a criminal record in previously. So you could not done. So that supervisor could got sue from the organization because they had hired original information from the next organization. Now the last one is employer guidelines. Ensure that only authorized manager provide information. Some have policy that they don't provide information, expected salary, position, title, feet of recommended given by previous. Like all the information could not be provided by the previous organization. But you had to provide it. You have to give the information regarding the salary, regarding the position, title. So if you are providing the lot of information, so it is against the guidelines and you could be basically get the legal retaliation from the employee. All the information might be so you have to give the only the main information you are just allowed for it. Now the last thing is that what kind of benefits basically you have to track the information of the applicant, for what kind of benefits you have whenever you are going to evaluate the background of someone. Number one, it makes a system, your human resource information system become very much effective and you can track the information of each and every person. Your databases are maintained very much appropriately Second one is that knock out the applicants who don't meet job requirements, like the driving license not holding by a driver or someone else. Like you can easily knock out the person on immediate basis whenever you are going to vet the information, background information, and you find out that the driving license of that person is not is a fake one. So what you can do, you can easily reject that application on spot. Allow employer to extensively test and screen applicants online who are naturally inclined to work in teams. Such system must be ensured. So, online screening and testing could be done extensively. You are basically checking and evaluating all the information of that person. Your evaluation mechanism is very much appropriate. You had done a detailed background investigation. So, this is best one testing training, just like in the forces. What they had done, they had basically done a detailed background investigation of a person, so they start so they become afterward you know it very well that they could work as a team. So the system, so the testing is very much reliable, and such system must be ensured, which becomes naturally, and people know that जी हमारी background investigation होगी, and they become very much you can say that they avoid them from the such kind of illegal activities. Can match the hidden talent of applicant to available opening. When you are going to investigate someone, you find a hidden talent of many people, like they are very much good in basketball and football. So this can be used in any other activities of for your organization. Like might be creative, might be he or she had a designer expertise too, or engineering expertise too. Might be they are very much good microbiologist. So what you had done, you can basically use such kind of information for any other projects. So this was chapter number 5. Hope you got all the points. Thank you so much.